In today's video, we're gonna learn how to do donuts in a parking lot in a rental car with Tim Johnson. That's actually not what we're gonna do.
My GCN colleagues over in the UK tend to make videos about riding in the winter, but every time I see one, I look at them and I think, that is not the winter that I know. For many of us, riding in the winter means that we see unrideable conditions and we have to get friendly with the indoor trainer. But I've always been curious and thought there's gotta be a better way. And I've known tons of pros over the years that have used cross-country skiing as a way to stay fit in the winter. But like everything, there's been an evolution. So I went up to visit former pros Tim Johnson and Lyne Bessette to learn about a unique way that they train in the harsh winters of Quebec, Canada, doing something that I didn't even know existed called ski mountaineering, or as they called it, Skimo.
All right, TJ. Welcome back. After our romance when we were out in Washington doing all that mud riding and everything, super fun. It's great to have you back.
Hey, thanks for having me.
No, thank you for having me.
A little different nowadays, isn't it?
It's a little different, yeah.
What changed?
So we're doing Skimo, which to me, a couple weeks ago, when I was looking at different things to do for being out in the wintertime, staying fit, this was one of the things that you and I talked about. So we're here now.
We are.
What the heck are we doing? What is Skimo?
You know, this is really my favorite winter activity. We are doing what is considered the cyclocross of skiing with Skimo. Really high intensity, gives you a really good workout by climbing uphill. You stay warm on a day like today. But then once you get to the top, you enjoy some of the best parts of cyclocross, which is going downhill on something that I'm not meant to go downhill with. Basically, the wrong tool for the job. Tiny little skis. They don't have great control, but they're super fun. Okay. So that's why it really matches up well, Skimo and cross.
It's faster than snowshoeing, and the better part is you get to go downhill real fast.
Way more fun than snowshoeing. Come on, it's not even a comparison.
TJ, it's beautiful up here.
No, even when it's this cold, it's still really nice up here.
Yeah, so we're here at your buddy's place.
Yeah, so my friend Dan, he owns a Velo Cafe, and he's agreed to set you up with skis, boots, poles, basically everything you need to be able to do Skimo.
I am excited, and I cannot wait to get in there because it is freezing out. They have coffee in there?
Yeah, they do. Let's go.
All right, so we're here at Velo Endurance Cafe in Quebec with Dan, one of the owners of this shop. Dan, tell us what is going on with the equipment today.
Well, we're going to do our favorite sport. We call it ski-mountaineering, Skimo. Here it's been our sport for 15 years now. So we're gonna bring the cycling friends up to our training land. So we're gonna use like what we call this, it's kind of the road cycling of Skimo. So racing skis, super light, like for the training freak and racing freak, those are the tools. And for the gravel bike people and cyclocross, like we have those guys here today, the skis to explore and do all kind of adventure. They are a bit heavier, still quite light, but you can go everywhere in climbing and also going down big cliffs, jumps, around trees. So we're gonna have fun this afternoon.
I love it, thank you. And you guys have set us up. You fit me up. You've got shoes here, you've got a helmet, you've got pretty much everything that I needed. You guys also do Nordic ski stuff as well.
Yeah, exactly.
But this is like, if Nordic is the road racing and then there's like gravel somewhere in there, this is definitely the cyclocross gravel crowd.
I would say so, and the advantage is you can discover a lot. It's a great training, and the season is really long because we can go in almost any kind of conditions.
I feel like some type of brachiosaurus right now.
Oh, excuse me.
I've literally never, ever done this before. I've never even Nordic skied before.
That's why I'm so excited for today. So what we're doing is we're taking a set of skis, boots, and poles. That's really the core of what you need for today.
Yep.
These skis, if you want to pick your foot up here, you can show a little bit. These skis have a skin on the bottom, which allows you to climb up the hill.
Yep.
That's going to allow us to go uphill on this single track. Basically, just like a mountain bike, on skis. We're gonna climb up for a while, and then when we descend, it's fun and it's fast. You've got very light boots, you have very light bindings. You have boots that are specially prepared to allow you to climb uphill. They're very lightweight and they have a lot of flexibility. So as opposed to a traditional alpine ski boot, which weighs 5 pounds and it's very, very stiff, you want it as stiff as possible. This kind of has a little bit more flexibility. Okay. The poles are also different. They're adjustable in height. So when you're climbing, you get the best support you can for your arms. Okay. But when you're descending, they're short enough so that when you do a pole plant, you feel like you're on a downhill ski setup. Okay. So funny thing is, you've got this great little water bottle holder here. You got
with 0 degree temperatures right now. It's actually negative degrees.
Well,
not frozen yet?
Well, the vodka isn't frozen yet, so we're good. It's gonna, we're gonna have something to drink later. This kind of speaks to the athletic portion of Skimo. Okay. When you're climbing, you have high heart rate, 170 beats a minute. You're cruising along, so you're gonna want to have your water close by. You also have a backpack on for extra clothing, extra gloves, extra hat. I mean, I think you're wearing almost everything that we've given you so far today. Yeah. But in case you need more, it's gonna be in your backpack.
Okay, so we're on our way. We're gonna go into the trails, which is like single track, cyclocrossy. I'm scared. Let's go.
Oh yeah, looking good, buddy. Keep it up.
At some point during this whole ordeal, I realized that my legs were howling at me just like I was in a hard training effort. My heart rate was right around threshold, and I was having flashbacks to barely being able to hold on to Tim and Lynn's wheels. Just today, it's not wheels, it's skis. It's cold, but miraculously, I was outside getting in a hard workout with friends, just like if we were out on a hard training ride.
Okay, so we met up here. Lynn, it's great to see you. Thank you so much for coming out with us today. If you guys don't know, Lynn is a 2-time Olympian on the road bike. You also famously won the Nome, was it Nome World Cup?
It was Nome. It was the first time it was a World Cup.
It's now coming back up again this year, so that's very exciting. In cyclocross, you did a lot of this kind of stuff to stay fit in the wintertime. Tell us about what you would do. And
when I was training, I had to do other things because I couldn't, the first couple years of my career, I couldn't really just go to California and live there, I mean, I needed to make money to be able to do that, or meet my husband. That was helpful. Yep. So I had to train at home in the winter, and I used to do cross-country skiing a lot, and I would ride my bike inside. The interval part, I would do it on the bike, but all the long distance stuff, I would either run or cross-country. And a couple years ago, not more than a couple, maybe 5 or 6, I discovered Skimo, ski mountaineering. It's a sport that's very popular in Europe, but we use it here because it's great training, and it's something different that keeps us outside in the winter instead of riding in our basement,
Yeah.
So I love it, and it's something that I've been doing a lot over the years.
I love it. I love it. We're about 15 minutes more of ski mountaineering to the top of this thing. There's a beautiful outlook. We'll catch up with you there.
It's really surprising what you can go up with that type of equipment, especially when you have really wide skins and thicker skis. I think there's a bird in the woods.
So you just beat me up all the way up the hill.
Yeah, no problem. That was easy.
That was brutal. And now this looks very treacherous going down, but we're going to come back out and we're going to go down back towards the
ski area. One sec. You try to keep a hand on this ski, okay?
Okay.
Because you know why? Because there's no brakes on it.
I got it.
So you fold the skins. I usually do thirds.
Yep.
In thirds. Take your time. It's really easy, but you don't force it. You got it.
Okay.
Click your heel. Down, back. Go. Yeah.
Hey.
You got it.
Okay.
And then you finish this with your safety.
All right.
Little pin that you can put in here, like that.
All right.
So that's one.
Okay.
Then you got it.
We'll get the other one.
He's so confident. I don't know if it's gonna work. Okay, we're watching Jeremy come down the hill. He's got amazing technique. He's doing great. He's gonna try and stop before he gets to us, but I really don't think it's gonna happen. He's gonna hit the ground. Whoa! Go! Oh my God! proven wrong once again. Incredible technique. He takes to this like a duck takes to water. The happiest guy at skis I've ever seen the first day.
All right, so we've come down, done our first run. We're taking in, we're getting a little blood back in our fingers, and now we're gonna go back up. And to put this skin back on, a latch there.
Yep, right at the top.
And then kind of pull it down, and then get it good, and then give it a little run.
So you just want to make sure it's lined up on the edges.
It's not.
So that you do a little bit at a time. Make sure it's lined up.
Yep.
All the way, usually 2/3 of the ski.
Okay.
And then pick it up off the ground.
Yep.
Kind of get, yep, you can put it against your waist, whatever.
Okay.
And then right at the very tail end is the plastic piece.
Oh yeah, right.
Right over the bottom, and then flick it. Yep. And usually it's sticky the whole way up.
Okay, not perfect job, but I'll make you redo it. That way I'm good.
Good start.
All right, Tim, so we talked about the boots. We talked about all the differences in boots. We talked about the skis, the differences of skis. Dan was awesome over at Velo Endurance to be able to tell us about everything.
Yep.
Let's talk about technique. We saw Lynn, who was going out for another run. So thank you, Lynn, for being on the show.
As usual.
She's off. She's wearing the skin suit, which we're going to talk about clothing after this. But like, tell me about technique.
Cyclocross and Skimo kind of remind me of each other because in cross, just get it done, get over the barriers to figure out you can do it, and then refine the technique.
Sure.
So same thing with Skimo. So refining technique in this case is trying to get uphill as efficiently as possible. And that goes to how you're skiing, how you push the ski forward rather than lifting your foot and placing it on the ground. It also has to do with the poles. So as you're pulling, you want to use it to keep your momentum going forward. You don't want to try and lift weights with your hands, but you want them to be involved in everything you're doing.
Okay. So like what I was doing when we first got going, the pterodactyl Tyrannosaurus Rex thing that I had going on, that wasn't right?
Well, it's fine to start off with. It's not something you want to keep doing.
Okay. Lynn went by here in a skin suit.
Yeah.
That was scary for me because it's literally -degrees out.
It's very, very cold.
I'm wearing a ton of my GCN kit. Like I'm just wearing cycling stuff under here.
As we talked about, when I first started doing this, I would just wear my bike clothing.
Okay.
I would dress like I was going for a cold ride, but I wouldn't dress like I was going to, shovel snow in the driveway. I would go because I would get really hot. I would dress like I'm gonna get hot. So go ahead. People can start off wearing thermal base layer, thermal pants with thermal jackets on top. So you are wearing your GCN kit on any given day that's not, 0 degrees Fahrenheit, for sure. You have one layer on your legs, bib tights, thermal bib tights.
Yep.
Upper body, you'd have a nice wool undershirt to regulate your temperature.
Yep.
A long sleeve and maybe a vest or a wind vest on top. And then, the helmets, this is a Skimo helmet specific for this sport, but you can use a bike helmet.
Sure.
You want to make sure that you've got your neck warm, you've got your head warm. Gloves, that it's unusual to see me wearing gloves.
Yeah.
Usually, I would actually not wear gloves when I'm going uphill really quickly.
Yes.
But, because it is so cold, I've got big ones on here today.
Yeah, I got it. Okay, cool. All right, well, that's beautiful. Let's go do another run, and then let's get the heck out of here. It's freezing.
Before it gets too dark, we gotta go.
Okay.
Dude, that was an incredible day out. I had so much fun.
Me too.
Ski-moing. We were talking before, people are not just doing this here in Quebec or in New England or whatever, people are doing this worldwide. You were showing me pictures. Roman Bardet, a bunch of big pro riders are actually doing this stuff.
It's big in Europe, it's big in France, Switzerland. I mean, some of the races have thousands of people in it. What we did is just we went out for a ride together. It's really fun.
Yeah, that was like a training session, but people are doing these races, like running in their ski boots, putting their stuff on. It's totally cyclocross.
You did great out there, man. I can't wait to do it again.
Dude, there's no way that I would have been able to fat bike or do anything because it was so cold today. This was truly the only way really that I think I could have gotten in a workout where my heart was just pounding, and then it was just so much fun to go down. I see what's happening here.
Don't tell anyone, whatever you do.
If you guys like this video, definitely give us a thumbs up. Leave us a comment below, if you guys have done Skimo before or what you do.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it. Tell me.
When it's super cold out, I want to know what exercises that you guys are into. If you want to check out other adventurous content, check that out down here. And if you want to subscribe to GCN, click right in the center. Let's finish these coffees up and get warm. I'm still cold.
Yeah, me too.